Hi, this is Linzie Preece from Preece Performance Horses, and this is a little 2-year-old filly that I'm going to do her first ride today. She's out of Justaheartofawarrior, who's out of Leinster, and then she's also out of Steppin For The Midnight Step, who's out of Steppin For The Moon, and we're going to do her first ride today. I've already done a little bit of lunging and disengaging her hind end, and now I'm going to do some flexing on her. I like to flex my horses a lot before I get on them because it's good to have that emergency brake, and they're already soft when I go to get on. And then I also like to do some disengaging.
So what are you doing there?
I also like to do some disengaging her hip because when I go to get on, I like her to be able to move that hip over so that if she goes to buck, it crosses her feet underneath. See how you can see how it's already crossed there just from doing that. That makes it so they can't buck. It'll trip them up so they can't buck and take off. So that's why I do that before I get on them. Now I'm going to go and do some softening and do that. Yes, I'm tightening my cinch a little bit because she's moved around and let more air out. And so I don't want it to move. I'm going to move her around a little bit more so that she's used to that being tighter before I hop on her. They got the two sides of the brain. You have to do it on one side and the other side. I go out and around when I'm flexing because if you go straight back, you'll see it kind of. She's still softer because I flexed her a lot, but if you go straight back like that with a colt that hasn't had a lot of flexing, you're just gonna get a fight. So you go out and around. So you go out and around. I've saddled this filly up before. What I like to do with them, I like to really play with the stirrup. See how she's not moving? That's a good sign that she's ready for you to get on. I've done a lot of sacking out. Do it on both sides. I don't just do one side. I've rubbed her all over. Banged on it. She's used to this. Something else I like to do before I get on them is I like to do a little bit of swinging this around. And let them get used to that. Because for the first ride on my colts, I like to ride him around in a halter. So if she's not used to this, you know, on the ground, she's really not going to like it when I'm on her back swinging it around. So I don't always do it perfect either. I do it so that it lands on her face and stuff because, you know, it's not always perfect when you're on them. It's not as easy. She's used to this now. She's putting her head down, she's just putting her head down. She's used to it. It's okay. So now, I bend her head around when I go to get on her because that stops her front end. And I go. She's used to this. I've done this a little bit. You don't want that where I'm going to sit on it. And when I go to get on them, I rub my leg across their butt because it desensitizes them, and you're not always lifting your leg up in the air, and you shouldn't have to either. So I get them used to it now because there's no reason to tippy-toe around them on these colts. if you show them how to do it now, you're just better off. So I flex her a lot because I want her soft. See that? It's a little bit of braciness. We want to get that out of her. Out and around. After you flex her a little bit more, you can go straight back, but these first times when you're on her back, that's going to be a bracy spot. So you want to make sure you go out and around into your knee. Okay, she's really soft, but I'm going to get on and off on this other side. I do rubber, rubber, rubber. There's lots of rubbing. Good. I'm going to make sure she stays soft. Okay, I'm going to get back on her. Same thing, different side of the brain. Rubbing, rubbing, flexing. When I flex her, I bring my hand to my leg because if she goes to pull against me, I have something to brace myself up against. So it's not like we're out here going like this. It's you have something to brace yourself against when you flex into your leg. Okay, so when I'm sitting here, I like to do, when I'm flexing them, I like to do some silly stuff, like wiggle it around. But I want to make sure her head's bent when I go to do it too. She's not going to bolt off. We do our first rides in a round pin, because if they do go to run off, where are they going to go? You know, just go around and around. They're not going to wear themselves out. So I'm going to start disengaging her hip again with my foot, just like how I did on the ground, only I'm on top with my foot. She doesn't go. I got my little whip here. Off on. Off on. So each step she takes, I take it off, then I put it on. That's pretty good. So we're going to keep going on the same side. So we work on one side, then we work on the other. I'm stopping the forward motion with my halter. Wait, to soften. There we go. So a lot of people think that these hot bred horses, that they're just going to be bracier. It's no different. You teach them the right way to do. It's all from the beginning. If you don't expect them to be soft, they're never going to be soft. Then I wait. That's good. Good girl. I like to, if I've whipped them on their butt, I like to go back and rub them so they don't get overly sensitive. To walk forward, so I just brought my rein up across her neck a little bit. That helps stop the forward motion. my little, she's not doing it. There we go. She's kind of moving her front end forward a little bit that time. But I'm not going to pick on her too much. This is her first ride. But I'm going to make sure she does it right.
So how many steps do you usually look for then, at the beginning?
I look for, I've already done this with her on the ground, so I'm looking for a little bit more. But I'm looking for that step where she moves off my foot, she moves off slow, or she knows she's supposed to move off that pressure. And I like her to have a little energy in her feet when she does it. And not try to move forward. You like that? That step right there. That was good. She showed me energy, and she's gonna do it. She's like, oh, okay, yeah, this is the same thing. I'll move. I get spanked if I don't. Now I'm just softening her because now she thinks she's gotta move. I'm not putting my foot back there, so she's not supposed to be moving. She's just showing me graciness. So I just flex her a little more. It's good for them to sit with their head like that. A lot of people think, oh, get your head back, it's annoying. She's showing you she's learning the shape, and she's not whipping it clear back or trying to push it the other way. That's a good sign. Especially with these hot-bred horses. A lot of the hot-bred horses, they give really fast, but they take their head back really fast too. So you got to teach them patience. Like that, she's kind of quick about that. So that was good. She still kind of kept her head shaped this direction. I always give fast though. If they get real whippy, I'll keep my hand there like that and ask it again. I give, but then I hold it back. Because I've done this a lot on the ground. I expect her a little bit more. Yeah. Okay. So we've got her disengaging her hind end, and she's real soft. So now we're going to ask her to move out a little bit. So I'm just going to, when you're asking them to move out, you don't want to do a lot of steering. You definitely don't want to be pulling them around unless you're going to stop them. So you're going to ask her to move forward. So I'm going to spin her. I don't kick her a bunch when I want her to move forward because, one second. So one rein stop. I sat before I pulled. I don't kick them because kicking is more, I want it to be more for flexion. And when I smack her on the butt with this, it drives her forward. If I kick her, it's kind of driving her up. So if you smack them on the butt, people think, oh, they're going to bolt. Well, just trust your horse. That's why we're in a round pin. So I'm going to bring her this way and walk around. I'll switch my halter around. So it's on the outside. So I give her a warning cue. Is that click noise. And I lean forward just a little when I want her to go. We just want her to walk right now, but I lean forward and I give her the click noise. The lean forward is the first indication to go. The click noise, that's second, and number 3, that's smacking on the butt. So she trotted off, and we want her to be walking right now because this is her first time moving out. So just one rein stop. We let her relax, and then we go do it again. I didn't even have to smack her butt that time.
So do you kick it all then?
I kind of squeeze and lean forward. I do kick, but not when I'm trying to get her to move out for the first time, because I don't want her to blow up. We're going to switch the direction. Switch the side that I'm going to be stopping on. letting her go really wherever she wants to go. In the round pen, there's no corners for her to stick her nose in. That's why I like to start them in here. Moving out, just to get comfortable. I like to rub them when they're moving out like this. Then they feel comfortable. I don't let her stop. I try to keep the forward motion. And we stop when I want to stop. So I kind of quit riding her forward, leaning forward, and I sit on my butt, and she stopped already. That's why that's always your first pre-cue, you know, to stop is you sit, say whoa, and then you pull. And they figure out, oh, you don't even have to sit or you don't even have to say whoa or pull. You can sit and they'll stop. It's just teaching them from the very beginning what you're expecting out of them. Because if you don't expect it out of them now, you know, it's just more repetition of it, you know. So I'm going to switch her around. So I don't want her to stop on the other side. She went to a trot, I sit, whoa, pull. Okay. Switch around. Let her sit a little. I always like to let them soak up, you know, the stop. Because it's easy to teach a horse how to run, but if you teach a horse how to run before you teach him to stop, it's a lot harder. This is why you do your groundwork, and they're a lot better. So, I'm not going to let him stop there, because that's her spot. She thinks she needs to rest at. I'll stop here, quit riding her. She already had started to slow down, and then I flex her head around. When you go to take their head, you don't take their head, you ask for it, and then if they don't give it to you, then you take it. But you want to teach them to be soft.